All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Mike 58, right there. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now they try the right side here. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got you. I got you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Good move at the 30. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Watson escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you go.
Throwing on third down, Watson forced out to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set. 19. You don't know no better.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Here we go, D.
To the air yet again. Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Mike.
180. Hurry.
53 for Mike. 53.
Mayfield on first down. He'll buy some. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Regular.
Mayfield looks to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
180.
Number 53. Mike 53. You.
Play fake. Mayfield steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Set. 19. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Now Watson to throw on third down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Watch the run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the 50, it's Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a handoff looking right, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Set. 19. Rip left. Rip left.
Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and through, and the lead now stands at 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game...
They've got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Check 53's Mike. I'm coming after you.
Now Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming up to you.
Real. 80 weapon.
What's the check? 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I'm here.
What's that?
Watch quick.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Set. 20.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Regular. What's that?
From the 16, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
180.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Pistol.
53 to Mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the run.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
57, 18. Hey, get away.
Here's Watson. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A big seam, and he might go all the way. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come out here in the eye.
Switch. 9.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Extra point safely through, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Let's go.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Giants.
Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Point it right.
Mayfield with it once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Run, run, run.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Here's Mayfield. Complete. It's Johnson. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We own it.
Up, jump.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
Hurry.
53.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
53.
Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
Tight dog.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Rush in.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. My touch.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40, the 30. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Found his target. It's Anderson. 9 yards that time. Mayfield now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. On first down, Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Mayfield gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Check 53's Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go, baby. Check, 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 check. 19-4.
Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Mayfield now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
Mayfield looks to throw. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hurry, hurry!
Go now! Check! 53's mine! Check! 53's mine!
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's going to be a long day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Tighten up.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
31.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike, 58, right?
Hey, 59. 59.
Hustle. 58's the Mike, all day. 58's the Mike, 58. 59.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 41 yards on the ground.
First down, Giants.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 44, Mayfield finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They go play action. Mayfield. He finds his man Johnson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To throw, Mayfield. Catch made by Slayton. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Goddens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set. 19. I got it. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 there. Alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Watson being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Check. 180. Check. 53. Right here. Okay.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Number 53. Point it right.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw. And Ingram holds it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah.